Hey, welcome back. Kris Krohn here, and today I'm going to answer the question that I keep getting lit up on all the time from my young friends, which is, how can I quit my job because of real estate investing? I decided to make today a little bit interesting. I got my buddy Dallin here.
Hey.
We only met a couple of minutes ago for the first time, had a nice long drive to get here to my mountain home. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Dude, you're welcome. So dude, let's get to know him a little bit. And I just want to let you guys know what we're going to do with Dallin. Perhaps one of my most favorite things to do on the planet is to put myself in someone else's shoes and say, all right, if I was in your life with your financial situation, what would I do with my rules to create financial freedom as quickly as possible? Is that okay for you?
Yeah, definitely.
You excited?
Yeah.
So dude, here's how it went down. I just posted I went into my social media and just said, hey, this is my filming day. Anyone who wants a free financial game plan that's okay being on camera, revealing financial sensitive information, come show up. And that's kind of how I met Dallin. So we're really kind of meeting for the first time, but
Yeah.
have you been subscriber to the channel for a long time?
Basically since October.
Okay, cool, awesome. Have you been able to take down some good videos since then?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good. What's probably the most important thing you've learned so far?
Just having the confidence to move forward to the next step.
Cool. Now, I've been chatting with Dallin just a little bit off camera, and let me see if I can summarize this well. You have a full-time job, but you're also going to school full-time. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, something totally, I've never even heard of this before. You're going to school for what degree?
Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship, dude. Look at that camera, dude. This is freaking awesome. Like that. How cool that society's finally catching on to what America and the rest of the world really needs. Why entrepreneurship for you?
Well, I want to own my own businesses. I want to be financially free by creating my own businesses. And
Okay. And you already work on campus in the admission office, right?
Yeah.
How much are you making a year roughly?
about 45.
Okay, full-time college kid making $45,000 a year. That's super respectable. And you've actually already bought your own home.
Yeah.
And you also just recently got married.
Yeah.
When did you get married?
In August.
Dude, freaking awesome, man. Awesome. So tons of new responsibility, 26, married. Tell me about the house that you just bought.
Well, I actually bought it a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And I've been looking for another real estate position to move forward on. Been kind of stuck the last couple of years trying to figure that out.
Awesome. Well, we're going to play the game right now of how do we help you get financially free as quickly as possible. Are you ready to play?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, can we go entrepreneur pace?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I got my trusty whiteboard here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down for you. If I were you, and by the way, dude, check this out. Check this out for a little bit. We got some of this going on. Are we parted on the right side of the head? Awesome. We're twinners. So let me kind of break this down for you, Dallin. This is what I understand about your situation. You've had your job for how many years now?
2 years.
Okay, so you've had your job for 2 years, and the house that you bought is a duplex, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and your duplex, it has a value currently of how much? $230,000, and what do you owe on it?
140.
140. So currently, from what you bought 2 years ago to what it's valued at today, there's roughly $90,000 of equity. So if you take the value of something and you subtract what's owed, that difference, 230,000 minus 140 is 90 grand. So in 2 years, you've done pretty well for yourself. Yeah. Did you get a discount on it? Dude, what's up? What's up? Love it. So he gets a good deal on the house, and I think you were sharing with me that you just finished getting a home equity line of credit. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you that don't know what that means, when you have a home with good equity, you can go to the bank and they can give you something called a home equity line of credit, and they'll let you tap into some of that equity. They're basically saying, hey, you had a house, you got equity, you've got some security there. So your home equity line is how much?
75.
Okay, he's got 75,000. Now that's just so you know, that's an aggressive home equity line, because the bank is basically saying you got 90 grand of equity, you can have 75 of it right now. You have checkbook access to it or credit card access to it?
Yeah.
So basically, if he doesn't use it, he doesn't have to pay anything, but you probably have a really low interest rate on that, can borrow it super cheap and go do something with it. I wonder what I'm going to invite Dallin to do. I don't know. You know exactly what it is. We're going to talk some real estate here, right? Okay, so are there any other assets that I should be aware of? Making 45 grand a year, you got good credit?
Yeah.
Beginner budding credit, and we've got 75,000. So automatically what I'm doing is, I first of all want you to understand that if you're like any other human being on the planet, you're sitting there and you're thinking, I got no money. Because a home equity line, it's not like it's profit that's in your pocket. Do you feel like you're financially getting ahead or being somewhat check to check?
I'm ahead.
You're ahead. Okay, so he's making more money than what his expenses are, but now what I gotta go know is the target. For you to be financially free, how much money passively do you want coming in every month to feel like you can kiss that job goodbye and live life on your
At least $10,000 a month.
$10,000, this is the goal. When his investments are producing $10,000 a month, what are you gonna do to your job?
Quit.
How are you gonna do it?
I mean, just walk out the door.
Just walk out the door and be done. It's like, I'd like to give you my 2-week notice. Psych, I'm out of here. No, be respectful. Okay, so goal is $10,000 a month. The question is, with what he has so far, 2 years ago started with nothing, now is $90,000 of equity, $75,000 home equity line, and now I'm gonna customize this for you. Now, by the way, you could be exactly where Dallin is if you just buy your first house strategic. Did you get that? You could be starting with nothing and buy a house and put yourself in the situation, because that's the situation that I was in. So, first of all, do you like the duplex?
Yeah.
Do you rent the other side?
Yeah.
Does that cover the mortgage or most of it?
Yeah.
How much rent you bringing in?
I'm actually positive $500 a month.
Okay, so he already eliminated his biggest expense. He did that by having a duplex. So now this is where we're gonna go. How do we get you to $10,000 a month? Okay, first of all, I wanna give you a couple of presuppositions that you need to know. When I buy a home, I'm using my lease option system. You probably know what that is if you're a subscriber and watching videos, which means when I buy the home, I'm getting paid $5,000 upfront. I'm getting paid $500 a month in residual income. And when I go to sell that home in a few years, I'm going to be banking on tens of thousands of dollars coming my way. Okay? So this is my strategy that I recommend for someone who's brand new, starting with very little, but for a college kid, he's got something going for him, and he's an entrepreneur, so he's gonna freaking eat this up. Some of you are gonna be terrified, like, those things are scary, but not to an entrepreneur, because we take risks. We live by risk, right? We don't wanna make stupid risks, we wanna make educated risks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back this up by 3,500 homes, which means, sure, there's risk. There's risk to waking up in the morning or getting out of your car. Might blow up. The mafia is weird. Okay, so here's where we're at. Goal is 10,000. If we're making $500 a month, how many homes does he need to have 10 grand a month? Mr. Entrepreneur, I'm assuming you're pretty good at math, so I'm just gonna put you on the spot. If you were making $500 on each house, how many houses would you need to get to 10 grand a month?
At least 10 houses.
10 houses at 500 would give you $5,000.
Oh, I guess.
We need 10 more. So we're gonna need 20 houses, perfect. So here's the real goal. It's not 10 grand a month. The real goal is, how do I get to 20 homes? Now you're gonna love this because I got a sweet hookup game plan for you. What you're gonna need, number one, is we've got to get you some more knowledge. So for example, like my lease option course that I have, that will help give you the knowledge, the contracts, everything that you need. Once you have the knowledge, I always find that it's really helpful to have a mentor. This is someone that can check your deals and just making sure you're not doing something stupid. Because on your first 25 deals, you're gonna mess up. Like it's just, you're gonna buy a house with a foundation problem and figure out, oh, that's 25 grand to fix. I wish I knew that. First house I ever bought, it had a belly in the sewer line, and I had to pay 7 grand to dig it up and get it fixed because it went into the road, and I needed city permit, and I needed it was a deal. It was an ordeal. I would have never guessed that I could have a problem like that until I bought the house, and 3 months later I had a renter in the basement screaming, there's poop everywhere! Because if it can't go out, it's gonna come back up. So anyway, lots of fun little things that you learn along the way. So knowledge and mentor, that's kind of the background, but here's what you're gonna do. Number one, we're gonna take that home equity line of credit and use that to purchase the first 2 properties. Now we need 20, we already got 1. This is gonna bring us property number 2, number 3. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna find homes specifically where that $75,000, we're gonna max it out. It's probably gonna cost you $300 in interest, but if we're making $500 on each house, you're gonna net. If you're making $500 here, $500 here, and it costs you $300, you guys tell me, if you're bringing in $1,000 and your expenses are $300, what's left over? $700 a month, okay? Is that $700 good progress towards 10 grand? Heck yeah, good progress. Now, we wanna buy these homes and do something similar. We wanna get a good deal on them. And what we want to do is we want to collect the $5,000 up front. We want the high cash flow. And then when we go to sell these bad boys, they're going to give birth to more homes. Let's talk about that. If you buy homes my style and follow my system, we're looking at doing 20% a year on our money. And if it compounds in 4 years, you can trade 2 homes for 4. So on the same dollars, we want those 2 homes to eventually become 4 homes. And those 4 homes at that time, even if we don't pay back the home equity line, we're probably at that point going to be bringing in somewhere around $1,700 a month. Add that to your $500 on your own home. Now you're already sitting at $2,300 a month. Now, you're making $45,000 a year. You're getting ahead. So your true expenses are what, maybe $25,000 or $30,000 a year?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, these 4 homes, guess what they've almost done? They've completely wiped out your expenses, which means the money you're making at your job, where can that now go?
Right in my pocket.
It can go right in your pocket, and you're probably going to use that money to buy more
Real estate.
You're going to buy more real estate, right? Well, I'm going to give you the ultimate shortcut. Let's say you don't. Let's say you put it in the pocket and you want money for some other things. So by the way, here's $5,000, and we bought another one, so here's another $5,000. But then you were smart and you actually put it into 2 more homes, so here's another $5,000. Okay, here's another $5,000. Could you put that in real estate? You could, but right now just hold on to it. What we're going to do right now is step 2. This is when we get really aggressive and put the game plan on steroids. You now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 homes. Let me ask you, at 5 homes, are you with more confidence than after you just bought your first house?
Yeah.
If you've done it 5 times and it's all gone kind of according to plan, you're starting to feel like you know this thing a little bit. Now you've developed a new asset, and it's more important than the stack of money. I could stack this to the ceiling and it would be worth more than that. What you now have is what is called a track record. And that track record has a tremendous value. I can show you a system where you can go and find people out there that have money, that are already in real estate, they're buying houses cash. You can tap right into that network and basically say, hey, I found another deal and I always put up my money, but I'm trying to go faster here. Is there anyone willing to go 50-50 with me? All of a sudden, they're now taking their money and they're coming in with you. What's the benefit to a partner that puts up their money?
Cash right up front.
For you, the benefit is you get the cash up front to do a deal. What's the benefit to them? Why would they want to partner with you?
50-50 partner.
Why would they want to do that? What do you have? You got a track record. High five. Awesome. So Dallin, by having that great track record, now all of a sudden you're going to find some people, and it might start with some people you know. It could be family members, it could be friends, it could be an in-law. Mine first was a father-in-law. I did a few deals. My father-in-law went from thinking I was absolutely stupid to saying, oh, this kid's kicking the trash out of my 401k IRA. Maybe he's onto something. And we've now bought dozens of deals together. But he was my first partner. So what you do is you take this track record, you bundle up all 5 of these homes into a document that says, here's how I bought them, here's my equity, here's my growth, here's my cash flow. Boom, there's my track record. And then I want you to make a list of people you know that have been working 20, 30 years at their job outside of college that are good savers and might be looking for a financial solution for retirement. Those individuals can make really good partners. And I'm going to tell you right now, here's the biggest difference between a good partner and a bad partner. If someone says, I love your track record and I want to be hands-on every step of the way and I have the time freedom to do that, they're not going to make a great partner for you. They're going to be happier if they can get a mentor like you did and they can do it themselves. A better partner is someone that says, hey, I got a great career, I'm doing very well with it, it's working out great for me. And by the way, I don't want to mess up on my first X number of deals. You've done X number of deals. You've already put in, you're working towards your 10,000 hours of expertise. I want to partner with you. And you start realizing that together you're far more powerful than you are apart. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because most people are not built to say, I'm going to find the deals, and then I'm going to fund the deals, and I'm going to be the money, and then I'm going to be the credit, and I'll do the management, and I'll do the contracts, and I'll do everything. Like, most people don't want to do everything. They want to do a part. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're looking for someone like that says, I value your track record, and you don't have a huge track record, but you know what? 5 homes is not no homes. 5 homes is a great start. So you all of a sudden bring in a partner, and that partner says, hey, let's buy 5 homes. Now, because you got to split that 50-50, that's only worth how much to you? 2.5 homes. But guess what? Is that 2.5 going towards your 20?
Yeah.
Guess what? 5 more years, you double the portfolio, those 5 homes become 10 homes. Are they getting what they want?
Yeah.
Are they growing financially? Are you growing financially?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So all of a sudden, things worked out well with one partner. You're like, dang, I've now taken these homes, I've put them into more homes, I now have a partner, and I'm thinking, man, now I have 15 homes or 10 homes. Do you think you have more confidence then than when you had 5 homes?
Oh, definitely.
Do you think with that confidence you could step into more partnerships?
Definitely.
But for the rest of you, there's always a shortcut to get a lot faster where you want to go. So if you're ready for your custom game plan, click the link below. And Dallin, congratulations, my man. I'm excited for you, dude. You're going to make it.
Yeah.
You pumped?
Definitely.
Awesome, brother.
I'm
Thank you.
pumped.
Awesome, brother. Well, listen, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Make sure you are a subscriber, ring that bell, and we'll catch you on tomorrow's video.